Another Minnesota loss this Sunday means what?
Oh, another Minnesota loss this Sunday. That would put them in a tough position for the organization. I mean, they got a solid team. They really do. They got a good team. They just got to put it together and win the games. And if they lose to the Panthers, I believe, don't have a good team. They're 0-3 because they need to be 0-3. They're going to be 0-4 after they play the Vikings. But if for some reason the Vikings lose, Kirk Cousins should be shipped out 100%. And he should be shipped out to the New York Jets. And why I say that makes sense is because it's his last year on his contract. Yes, you're going to get Aaron Rodgers back next year with the Jets, but they need to fix that quarterback position this year if they want to win some games. And it makes sense having his contract expire after this year. He needs to be shipped to the Jets. It will make them competitive. It would be fun to watch again.
Can you imagine if, did you see the Joe Namath bite?
No, I did not.
He was real critical of Zach Wilson, and now we're hearing Salah's coming out and he's saying Zach Wilson's the guy, and he's really adamant about it. And we're hearing reports, and of course it's the New York market, and you know how the media works, but that sort of the locker room is getting disgruntled. The defense, especially, those are the rumors that the defense is like, we have a good team. Zach Wilson isn't the guy. Go make a move. What do you make of that? How do you handle that if you're Salah and you're so adamant that Zach's the guy? Can you go back now and grab a Cousins?
That is a tough situation. He's in a real bind. I mean, with the Aaron Rodgers injury, I mean, it just shocked everyone, from the fans to the head coach. It's just making it hard. That's what it's doing. It's making it hard on the defense. It's making it hard on the team. And I got to go with how the players are feeling, you know? I got to go with how the defense is feeling, because it's not about how the coach is feeling at the moment. It's the players are on the field playing the game. And if they're disgruntled, they're not going to perform to their highest that they can perform at, you know? So I would listen to the players, see what they're saying, see what they're disgruntled about, and make a change through the players' voices.
And we'll see what they can do up against those. It's going to be a tough game, of course. And you've got Kirk Cousins. I guess Matt Ryan wasn't interested. There was a bit of a reach out, a bit of a thing. But you think if Cousins, if this dream happens, because it's obviously this is a team that wants to contend, right? The Dolphins are smoking Sean Payton and Vance Joseph to the tune of 70-20. You've got the Buffalo Bills with Josh Allen, who we talk about a lot. Is Kirk enough? How far could Kirk take them?
Kirk can make them competitive. Right now, I really don't think they're that competitive. I mean, just watching their offensive woes is very, very tough. Kirk Cousins can at least go out there and put some points on the board, and then maybe fire up the defense to where they're having turnovers and the defense is scoring points as well. And that will happen to, that will turn into wins. That will turn into situations where it'll put them so they can make the playoffs in the end of the year, So Kirk Cousins will definitely give them the benefit of having a competitive team and actually have a chance at the playoffs. Maybe not make the playoffs, but have a chance and win some games.
I love it. And that would be a cool story for Kirk, too. Jason Dishong over on our YouTube page says Gronk should quarterback the Jets. Let me tell you, Keenan Allen, who just canceled on us, but he's going to come on tomorrow. Why are you shaking your head?
Because I should not quarterback the Jets. No.
Are you saying Zach Wilson's a better quarterback than you? Okay.
Yes, he's a way better quarterback than me.
Why? Okay, so you played baseball. You're this freak athlete. You obviously played tight end. Because Keenan Allen threw a touchdown. He had 18 grabs last week, which is 3 people have ever done that. 2 people have ever done that ever. He's the 3rd, and he threw a touchdown. I looked up, I was like, hey, Goldfarb, see if Gronk's ever thrown the ball, a pass or whatever. Remember Julian Todola? Why?
I was kind of more of a guy that just likes to receive the passes. I never really threw a pass before. I would say I'm too stiff. I'm too jacked. I was benching too much weight, in the weight room and curling too much weight, getting my biceps too big. So it was kind of in the way of my throwing motion every time I threw while I was playing. So it's not a good idea. I actually did it once in training camp. We did a reverse to the tight end, which was me. And then I threw a bomb. And it actually turned into an interception, but it was an absolute bomb. I threw it about 60 yards down the field, and Devin McCourty intercepted it. It was fun. It was my chance to shine, but I threw a pick, so it was just never going to happen in a game.
Gronk to the Jets. Listen, crazier things could happen. And then
they
you
were
could,
my rival for 9 years, Kay.
I know, poop green. We get it.
Yes.
Okay, guys,
Yes.
keep the comments coming. Yes, programming note. Keenan Allen switched his dates up. He's got to get. I don't understand. He's got to get a lift in. Tell me in my ear, Goldfarb, what's going on?
That makes sense. I would cancel on someone for if I have an interview. I would cancel the interview if I had to get a lift in too.
Can't you get a lift in after the interview?
You just when you're feeling it, you hit the weight room.
Okay.
That's when you get the best workout in. Right when you're feeling it, you go to the weight room no matter what else is going on.
I think he's feeling it. I think he's feeling it from 18 catches. I think he might be like in the ice tub or in the cryo chamber or hyperbaric chamber still. That was
okay, you don't question someone that has 18 catches, 185 yards and a touchdown in the game, and also throws the touchdown. You don't question that. Oh, not my bad. 215 yards, not 185. You don't question what they're doing during the week, Kay.
Did you see the touchdown he threw? Do we have it queued up at all? Probably not.
Let's check it out. I didn't see it.
Oh, do we have the touchdown, the Keenan touchdown? Here it is. Take a look at this. This is 18. He was on fire. By the way, he's the #1 receiver in the National Football League right now.
Oh, look at that. You clearly knew he was throwing a pass with how far he was behind the line of scrimmage. Mike Williams, peace. Man, it's unfortunate he tore his ACL, man. He's a great wide receiver, too.
Yeah, he's out for the year. Quentin Johnston is going to pick it up. Now, we're going to talk about some guy named LaPorta, who the chat is really excited for you to talk about. We're going to give you a little parlay action. We're going to talk about the Patriots. We've got a surprise guest that's going to be joining the show, too, by the way. Do you like Slurpees?
Love Slurpees. Especially from 7-Eleven.
Look at Slater back there. Did you see that?
I just saw it. It made me happy. I was like, oh, good old Slater, baby. I love you.
How long is Slater going to be a Patriot?
Probably 25 more years. He's a Patriot for life, that's for sure.
Well, you're all Patriots. You're all Patriots for life. But I'm actually kind of being serious. He looks like when he was a rookie, and he is the team.
He looks good. Slater's the man. He's a champ. I played him in college too when he was at UCLA, and he's still going.
I remember back like in 2015, 2014, I would just ask a lot when I was working with Tom Curran on Quick Slants, just like, you've got Jamie Collins who can do these backflips, and he's like, I would always ask player, and you have Gronk, like, who's the most athletic? Like, and everyone would just say Matthew Slater, and I was like, what?
Yeah, he looks like a gazelle when he's running down the field. Like, his stride is just perfect length, and he just perfect form as well, and he's just floating down the field, and then boom. Smacks the defender every time. Best special teamer of all times, hands down.
Whoa, Matthew Slater. I don't know. Wow. We love to hear that. Can we get the Baywatch music?
Devin Hester was one of the best returners of all time. Matthew Slater, best special teamer of all time overall, hands down.
It's a good clarification because, yeah, Baywatch music. All right, let's get back into this. We're dragging our feet, viewers, right now, people watching on YouTube, on FanDuel TV, because I don't want to bring up the fact that our parlay did not hit. I'm just sort of trying to, and we have another one for you guys, of course, but, oh, yeah, we're cueing the tears here. We went down with the Titanic. It didn't work. We had a 4-leg parlay. Kittle, by the way, you said, you're a tight end. You said Kittle, touchdown. There's no magic there?
I know. He's got to have a touchdown soon. I would keep betting on him. He hasn't had a touchdown yet. He had 12 touchdowns last year, and he just hasn't found the end zone. He's going to have a big game sooner than later. Probably next week. He's going to probably score 2 or 3.
He had 7 receptions for 90 yards. The Niners crushed them. We needed the touchdown, but we got the other 3 legs right, so we're just super close. No more sad violin music. Let's do it. We've got a showdown. Thursday Night Football, NFC North situation, tough Lions defense, tight end-led squad with Dan Campbell, so let's put our luck and mojo into it, and they're facing the Packers, who you do not hate. You clarified you do not hate the Packers, so let's do it, and you get the honors, as always, of starting it off. What's the first leg of our parlay?
Yes, I'm going to go with the steal of the NFL draft. Rookie Sam LaPorta. He was a tight end. He's going to have over 40 yards receiving.
Okay, I like that. A lot of love in the YouTube chat for that one. Okay, I'm going to go. The second leg is going to be Jordan Love. We're all about Love today. Love for Love, 225 pass yards. Love hit that mark in 2 of his 3 starts so far, and he will have Christian Watson on Thursday night. He's got Aaron Jones back, and Aaron Jones, by the way, was his leading receiver when he threw for 245 yards in week 1, so I love that.
Yes, and then my second and final parlay will be the Lions money line winning. The Lions winning.
Wow.
They dismantled the Falcons last week. They're 2-1. They got a solid team. They're going to win. They're going to beat Green Bay. They beat them last year to end the season. They're going to beat them again.
Eric, are you okay?
Oh.
What's going on, Gronk? You said you didn't hate us. Now you're picking against us. Where we at?
Hey, what can I say? I know it's your birthday, Eric. First off, happy birthday to you, Eric. Yes. I'm going to send you a coffee as well. You deserve a nice hot coffee. Please don't spill it on yourself, all right?
Yeah, it landed on me last time.
I think that's because he hates the
Just telling
Packers.
the truth that the Lions are going to win, all right?
It's the Dan Campbell thing. That's what it is. Don't worry about it. That's
I
what
get it.
is. Okay, okay, so I'm going to wrap it. So we have 3 legs so far. You went with LaPorta, the steal of the draft, and the money line for the Lions. I went with Jordan Love, 225 through the air, and I'm going to end it with Jordan Love as well. 1+ passing touchdowns. That's it, okay? That's not bad. He's thrown, I'm looking at the numbers, 7 touchdowns in 3 games this year. So with all those weapons back, I think we see a big night from Jordan Love finally getting those guys. So that's it, guys. To recap, Sam LaPorta, 40+, Jordan Love, 225 through the air. Lions win the game. Jordan Love throws a touchdown. So right now, by the way, all FanDuel customers getting no sweat same-game parlay for Thursday Night Football. That's what we're not really sad about last week because you got bonus bets back, everybody. Calm down. Anybody can place a 3-leg same-game parlay on this week's game between the Lions and Packers, and you'll get bonus bets back if it doesn't hit. So ride with Gronk and I. It's a lot of fun. You can build your own, too, for that no-sweat parlay. Don't miss out on your chance to get a no-sweat same-game parlay with us, FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. All right, you just brought up Sam LaPorta. He's been a revelation for these Lions. Of course, we typically don't see like rookie tight ends super lighting it up. I know we have some footage for you. What makes him so special to you?
Yes, just his instinct for the game, the instinct to be able to catch the ball. He can catch the ball on the run very, very well. Like I said a little bit earlier, that he is definitely the steal of the draft. He's got speed, and he's just savvy out there. He's a savvy guy. And what's impressive is he's only a rookie. I think he has beaten if I'm correct, he has beaten the record, the tight end record for most amount of catches in the first 3 games.
Look at him.
Of a season for a rookie, and I think he has 18 catches already. I mean, the guy's legit. He's going to be the highest paid tight end in about 4 years in the NFL. He's going to be one of the best tight ends in the upcoming years in the NFL, and he's just super, super savvy. He just has that football instinct.
How do you, like, what is it about him that you see? Like, how can you make that call right now?
Just the way that he runs his routes. You know, he's just very instinctive. That's what you got to be. That's what makes a good football player. It's like he goes out on the field and he doesn't think. He just reacts, you know. And obviously you got to be a smart player as well because he clearly knows the playbook inside and out to be able to be a rookie and just go out there in your first game and have 5 catches just like that and then increase the amount of catches per game, you know, week in and week out, you know, throughout your first 3 weeks. So he's a good player. He was a 2nd rounder, 34th pick overall. I think he should have probably been the first tight end taken in the draft.
Yeah.
And Jared Goff is just going to keep feeding him. He loves them.
What is it with, speaking of feeding, what are they feeding these Iowa boys? Isn't LaPorta an Iowa boy? Kittle?
Yes, he is.
Kittle.
Corn.
Who else? Dallas Clark? Like Hawkinson?
Corn. I'm telling you, it's corn, Kay. All they keep eating is corn.
I mean, your mom should, instead of beating you with that rubber spoon, she should have just been feeding you cans of corn.
She should have been.
Then maybe you could throw a touchdown.
I would have been able to. If I was eating corn every single day, I would be throwing a touchdown in the NFL.
Shout out to the Iowa tight ends. All right, we'll see what he does on Thursday Night Football between the Lions and the Packers. We're so excited about it. But these predictions, that he's going to be one of the highest paid, one of the better guys. Let's keep it going. It's time for Predictor Gronk. Let's hit it.
All right, we got Predictor Gronk. You know I love Predictor Gronk, and I'm going with Myles Garrett as Defensive Player of the Year. If you saw him last week, he had 3.5 sacks. He's second favorite to win Defensive Player of the Year. And on top of it, I mean, look at that. 2 tight ends trailing him. I've never seen that before. They're tallying him wherever he's going. I've seen tight ends line up in front of defensive ends to chip them. But Myles Garrett figured it out and goes, I'm going to go to the weak side and I'm going to rush so I can get another sack. But the 2 tight ends are following him. Are you kidding me? He's a monster. He's a beast. He can dunk a basketball like you've never seen before at his size, which is super impressive. Myles Garrett will be Defensive Player of the Year, and he's leading one of the best defenses in the league right now, and he's making the Browns a contender. Without him, I don't think the Browns are a contender, but Myles Garrett's game is that good that the Browns may make the playoffs again.
I mean, the Browns have, Hamilton just texted me, the #1 ranked defense in the NFL right now. So that helps his case a ton. You guys saw the odds over at FanDuel Sportsbook. And the Browns defense has allowed the fewest yards through 3 games since the Buccaneers did in 1999. Long time. 1 touchdown allowed through 3 games. 0 plays inside their own 10-yard line. I mean, Jim Schwartz has this unit playing some special football. How do you see a guy like Jim Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson? They've been really great. How did they crack the code on Sunday?
They got to get lucky. They got to be precise. They got to be able to hit. They got to have everything fall in place, like be at the right place at the right time. They can't have any mistakes, that's for sure. If the Baltimore Ravens start turning over the ball to the #1 defense, then that's when it's going to make it tough, for the Ravens to win. But I don't think you really crack them. I think the Browns are too solid. It's a divisional game. And the Browns, I think they're going to Brown in a good way this time.
We'll see if they can change the narrative. And the #1 defense, it'll be a tough test for Lamar and company. I want to end with this. This is so crazy. It's so random. We're talking about the Dolphins a little bit. So obviously, 70 points. We're all excited about Mike McDaniel, what he can do. It's a division that you know very well. The Dolphins. Patriots always had a tough time, especially playing down there in Miami. What's your vibe on Mike McDaniel and why it works? Obviously, there's a lot. I mean, we had Deshaun Jackson saying, I want to go down there. I want to play with them. And then look at this footage. Is it a SOT or just VO? Oh, it's just a picture. Look at this photo that is making the rounds on the internet. And what do you, more importantly, what do you make of the double earrings on a young Mike McDaniel?
It's like someone that you should listen to, He's a genius. He's a low-key genius, I feel like, especially on the offensive side of the ball. I mean, he was a ball boy because he loved football that much. When you're around someone that loves football that much, that they're willing to do anything to be around the game, they're willing to do anything at that age that you just showed me as a kid. He's got the 2 earrings going, and he's a ball boy for the Denver Broncos, and he just wants to be around the players to learn what's going on. That's a guy that you want around you now. And obviously it's showing. He is one of the best play callers in the game. I don't even know if he is calling the plays for the Dolphins, but obviously the schematic scheme is from Coach McDaniel on the Miami side. So he's an absolute beast, an absolute tank, and he's just changing the game, how the offenses are run in the NFL, which is remarkable.
There's a lot of the Dolphins are going to go undefeated. What do you think?
I don't think the Dolphins will go undefeated. I think they'll have a great year. They're 100% going to playoffs. And everyone's forgetting last year they almost beat the Buffalo Bills in the playoff game. And I don't even know who their quarterback was. I think it was a third stringer. No, Tua was out, and they put up some serious points versus the Buffalo Bills. So just imagine if they had Tua last year. So I think this is the year for the Miami Dolphins, and next year could be the year too. I don't see them going anywhere, and they have a solid defense. And wait till Jalen Ramsey comes back as well to just boost the defensive side of the ball as well. So they're going to put some damage, out there on teams this year on defenses, and they're definitely going to the playoffs, and they may go all the way. We'll see. It
was Skylar Thompson. Marissa, good call by you. Skylar Thompson was the quarterback.
I don't even know who Skylar Thompson is. So
well, he's no Sam LaPorta.
They almost put up, 35 points last year in the playoff game?
People do forget that.
Yeah, it was a showdown. They should have won, and they're continuing where they left off last year. and they're just building even more.
All right, we'll be back after this. We got a special guest joining the Gronkster on the show. We got his Predict-a-thon. We're talking about the game. We didn't talk about hoop earrings, but we'll get to that another day. That's no problem. Hey, thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest Up and Adams content right on YouTube.